welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a blonde 2006 soft face doll. Now this doll you guys have not seen before on my social medias at all. This doll was very quickly bought because I saw her listed up for such a good price on Marketplace. So I was like, I need to snatch her up because I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I love restoring baby alive dolls, especially if they're the old vintage ones. So I decided that I'm gonna snatch her up right away, and I really wanted to restore her. Now this doll has quite a few flaws, but she does work. From what I do know, she just had really dead batteries in her, so I took them out. And she does have a little bit of corrosion, so I'm going to clean that up, and then I'll put like new batteries into her and see how she works. This doll was only $25. I got her with like a lot with other things, but the other things that were in it were not really my type of toys that I have. Like, they weren't really dolls, they were just like random assortments of toys. So I decided that I'll donate those toys and I'll just keep the soft face. So this is what she looks like. She is the 2006 model because of her yellow and purple bracelet, and she does have quite a few marks around her body, which I will be trying to get off with like a Lysol wipe or something like that. And then that's what the back of her looks like. So she does have quite a few flaws, and unfortunately this doll does have a lot of food stuck on her bottom, and I'm not sure if her tube is functioning properly or not, so I think it's not a good idea to feed her right now, unless if I do the air test on her. But even that, sometimes it's not always accurate, so I wouldn't want to break her. And then her hair is just obviously a crazy mess. She's from 2006, and it seems like to me that the owner probably had her for a really long time, so her hair is just really messy, but I will be giving it a wash, so there's no need to worry about that. And then her face, honestly, she's really cute, but she does have a few marks around her. So she does have like this little mark on her. I would assume or guess that this is from a stapler. It kind of does look like it, but I could be wrong. And then she does have quite a few marks around her, and she has a lot of things that are stuck to her silicone, so those are definitely to be cleaned off later on. And she has a little bit of a rip under her nose as well, which is actually very common with the 2006 soft face dolls, so it's not even surprising to me. And her ears are not pierced, so she's basically in good condition overall, alongside from the few flaws and marks around her. But other than that, she's not even in terrible shape, so that is perfectly okay. So anyways, in today's video, I thought that I will be documenting a whole process of how I'm going to be cleaning her, and also this will be a tutorial at the same time, because a lot of people do order like soft faces and then they probably wonder how or like what they can do to restore them. So at the same time, I will make this a tutorial. Now these dolls do require quite a lot of work. You have to powder them sometimes, and you gotta clean them off because their silicone always attracts little different like things, particles onto them, whatever. So they are a little bit of work, but I promise you it's not that hard once you get the hang of it. So yeah, anyways, enough of me just blabbing. I thought we'll just get right into the video, and we'll start off with cleaning her battery compartment. So obviously, in order to clean a doll's battery compartment, you have to open the doll's battery compartment up first. So we're gonna go ahead and get a little screwdriver. This is the one that I have, and I just use this one for my dolls. And we just gotta unscrew it, so let's do that. So now that I opened up the doll's battery compartment, this is what it looks like. She does have the mildest bit of corrosion. It's not actually that much, and she still does work even with all of this. So the only thing that we really have to do is just get some vinegar and clean it up. So now I'm going to be showing you guys how to clean your doll's battery compartment if they do have some corrosion. So the only thing you'll really be needing to do that is some vinegar. This is just some pure white vinegar. And you will also be needing a cotton swab or a Q-tip, whatever you like to call it. And I just have one right here. Now for me personally, I just like to use a small random cup to pour the vinegar in. So we're just gonna go ahead and pour the vinegar in. I'm sorry if you guys can't see. So we have a little bit of vinegar right here. And you don't even need that much. I just put a couple of drops in sometimes, like about that much should be okay. You don't want to pour in too much because after you dip in the Q-tip and then you take it out again with the corrosion, that's obviously going to contaminate the vinegar. So you definitely don't want to reuse that vinegar. So I would suggest adding a little bit at a time. So now you're going to go ahead and dip your Q-tip into the vinegar and just make sure it's not like too damp, I guess, just in case. So now you're just gonna go ahead and go through the doll's springs just like this, and you want to do it so that all the corrosion goes away. So just kind of get into every single bit of the spring and make sure that it's really clean. And even like these little parts you can also clean out with the vinegar. That just makes it cleaner as well. And you want to make sure that you go from the top and the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do the bottom as well. And then this little area as well. And as you can see, the Q-tip is starting to get a little bit dirty. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to go back into it. Okay, so that was a little time lapse of me just cleaning it up, but we're actually about halfway done now. So I just wanted to show you guys most of the corrosion that was actually over here is now gone, which is great. And over time, while you do clean it, you're gonna notice that the Q-tip does have a little bit of the corrosion stuck to it. So you're definitely not gonna want to reuse that vinegar because it's obviously gonna be contaminated by now if you keep dipping it back inside. So definitely just make sure to dump it out just in case. And there we go, that one is done, and also up there as well. So now we just have these two. Now the one at the far back is obviously going to be a little bit more difficult to clean because it's more towards the back, so you're definitely going to want to really try looking at it closely and cleaning it better as much as possible. And then now that I taught you guys like kind of how to clean the battery compartment, I'm just going to be turning this into a time lapse because I will also need to focus on this part right here because I'm definitely going to want to clean that. And then after I'm done cleaning the battery compartment, I think I'm going to be giving her a wipe, and then we'll put in some batteries into her and see if she works. So yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so I've actually finished cleaning up her battery compartment. You guys have probably noticed that I wasn't really recording the last part because the far back I really had to look at it closely. But obviously when you kind of clean your dolls with vinegar, the battery area, compartment, whatever, is going to be a little bit wet. So what I recommend doing before you add the batteries is just to give it a dry wipe. So I have some like toilet paper or just paper towels right here, and you're just gonna want to kind of dry up like all that vinegar that was left over, just because you wouldn't really want that to get into the batteries because that would be harmful. So just kind of try drying it as much as you can. It doesn't have to be dry all the way, but I would recommend just getting it dry as much as possible. Now that it's dry, I'm going to be giving this doll a wipe with the Lysol because I actually still have not done that. I haven't really looked at the doll too much close in detail, so I didn't really wipe her, and I kind of wanted to save that for the restoration video. So I have some Lysol right here. This is what I always use. It disinfects the doll. So we're gonna go ahead and give her a little wipe. So let's go ahead and do that. Just gonna wipe her all over. Oops, I almost dropped her. And you just want to get the Lysol and honestly just make sure you rub it everywhere just so that the doll is really, really disinfected, because you never know where the doll's been. So you just want to make sure that it's disinfected before you start using or playing with her. Okay, so I have the doll right over here. I just finished giving her a quick wipe with some Lysol. Now we're gonna go ahead and put some batteries into her and test it out. I just have a couple over here. I'm not sure if some of these might be dead or not, so we're just gonna go play around with the batteries and see which one works, because I never really know which ones are dead or not. So we're just gonna go ahead and put 4 AA batteries into her and see if that helps her turn on or not. And you always want to make sure that the ribbon comes out, sorry if you guys can't see, so that you can easily take out the back battery afterwards. Let's see. Looks like she is working, maybe. Let's see. Oh, she works. Okay. Awesome.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, you're working. Nice.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
So I have a magnetic spoon, and we're going to go ahead and test her out. And her magnetic eating function does work, which is great. So I'm really happy about that. So she does seem to be responding perfectly well to the spoon, which is honestly amazing, and I'm really happy about that. So now we're gonna go ahead and take out her batteries, and we're gonna put the compartment back on. And what we are gonna be doing is washing her hair, which is really very much needed, because as you can see, her hair is a mess. It's just everywhere, and I would really love to just give it a quick wash and maybe style it once it's a little bit dried. So let's go ahead and wash her right up in the bathroom. But first things first, let's take out her batteries, of course. So let's go ahead and just switch her to try me and then off. And her eyes are normal. So we're just gonna go ahead and take out her batteries. I'll save those for later. I probably won't put them back into her, but we'll see at the very end if we want to see her working again. So actually with this doll, I am going to probably send her off to one of my friends in the Baby Alive community. I'm really close with her actually. She's very nice. You guys probably know her. She is 𝐤𝐞𝐥𝐜 Dollies on TikTok, or Baby Alive Ooh, that just fell really hard. Or the Baby Alive Nursery on YouTube. So she might be able to buy her off of me. If not, then I'll probably put her up on sale on eBay once she's like fully restored and everything like that. But I think as of right now, I'm most likely going to be sending her off to my friend. Now, the thing with her is that she lives in the Middle East, so that is really far. So I live in Canada and she lives in the Middle East, so obviously there is a very, very long distance from both of us. So I think she is probably going to send her off to her aunt in Canada. And she's in a different province though, like her aunt's in a different province. But maybe I could send her off to her aunt, and then her aunt can give it to her once she comes to visit. Something like that, honestly, but we'll have to figure it out. If things do not work out and she's not able to buy it from me, then I'll probably have to put her up for sale on eBay. But as of right now, I'm not really sure about any of that. So I'll honestly just have to talk to 𝐤𝐤𝐸 about that, and we'll have to see if we can arrange something with her. And if it doesn't work out, then that's totally okay. I could probably put her up on sale on eBay, and maybe a couple of you guys would be interested in her, who knows. So yeah, anyways, enough of talking, because I've been doing that a lot. I've been yapping the whole time, and this is more of a tutorial, so I need to kind of teach you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and wash her hair. Now, washing these dolls' hairs are not very that hard. You really just have to shampoo and condition their hair, which is not too bad. You just want to make sure that it doesn't get into their speakers or anything. So you only want to wash their head and try not to get water into their eyes, their speaker, or like anywhere on their body, which could lead to their speaker. So you just have to be really, really gentle with that. Okay, so I'm currently in the bathroom. We have a bathroom setup going on here. Just gonna put her head into the water real quick. Or not the water, just the sink. And her face is really dirty, so we're gonna definitely give her a clean. But as of right now, I have some shampoo and some conditioner. These are the ones I always use for my dolls because they're in the guest bathroom, so that's what I always use for them. So first things first, you want to always rinse the doll's hair, so you want to be really careful and gentle with that, as I said before, because you don't want it to get into the doll's eyes or her speaker. So I would suggest holding the doll by her neck, which is obviously a little bit violent, but it's the best way to ensure that your doll does not get any water in her eyes, because that can be very damaging to your doll. So you just want to be really gentle. I'd probably suggest just warm water, and you just want to only rinse her hair. So now that her hair is rinsed just with some water, we're gonna go ahead and put some shampoo into her hair. So to do that, obviously just get some shampoo, and there we go. I'm gonna use one hand, and you kind of just rub it on your hands like that, I guess. And then you really just lather the shampoo onto her hair. So that's kind of how you do it. And once again, just try to grip the doll with one hand and wash her hair with the other, just so that you can get the chance to do it really well. And this is what she looks like. She looks really silly right now. So after you're done like rinsing off her hair, then you can just rinse it off. So we're just gonna go ahead and rinse my hand off first. We have a lot. And then just start beginning to rinse the doll's hair. And yet again, I'm doing it very gently because I don't want water to get into her eyes at all or in her speaker. Doing the back. I think my hair is getting into the video. Oops, that's okay. And we're just gonna keep on doing that. And now that the doll has had shampoo and it's rinsed off properly, now you can move on to conditioner if you want. Now conditioner isn't always needed, like you don't have to use it if you don't want to or if you don't have it, but having conditioner I guess just makes their hair smoother and silkier and also makes it smell nice, so I always like to do that. And once again, I'm just rubbing it in my hand with one hand, and then now you just rinse it onto the doll. And then something that you can do just to really make their hair really nice is just let it sit for about 2 minutes. So I'm probably just going to do that just to make her hair extra smooth and nice. So we're just going to kind of do that. Okay, and now that the conditioner is sitting in her hair, we're just going to let it sit for about 2 minutes. So I will get back to you guys once it's been 2 minutes. Alright, so it has been a little bit over 2 minutes, so the conditioner should be ready to get rinsed off. So we're just going to hold her probably by her neck again, would probably be the best. And we're just going to rinse it off really carefully. The water's a little bit too fast, so I feel like maybe a little bit slower would be better. And her hair, I can already feel it, it's so much better, it's so much silkier. Feels so much nicer to touch. So I'm excited to style her hair and see kind of how it'll end up looking like. I was thinking maybe 2 pigtails because that's usually what I do for my soft faces, and it's kind of the signature hairstyle that I do for them because they always look really cute on them, especially because that's how the dolls come originally in the box. They come with 2 pigtails and their original bows, which I do not have, unfortunately. But that's okay. So I might just do 2 pigtails on her, and then either hair bows or a headband would look really nice with her. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And she actually looks so much better, which is great. Okay, and now that she's all done, I'm just gonna scrunch her hair just to kind of let it dry so that it doesn't drip everywhere. Again, if you do this, you have to be really careful because their scalps, or like their head where all their hair is rooted, is also silicone. So you don't want to rip it, so you just have to be really gentle with it. Just so that you don't rip it by accident, that would suck. So that is what she looks like. She looks a lot better. I know like her hair is obviously, it's going down and it just looks weird, but trust me, once we comb out her hair, it'll look just fine. And yeah, she's really cute. Her eyes just kind of like going up, but yeah, that's what she looks like. She's really cute. Okay, so moving on to the next step of restoring the 2006 Soft Face Baby Lives, we are going to be cleaning their face and powdering them. So obviously we're going to start off by cleaning their face and then powdering them. So usually how I like to clean off their faces is to get a bowl filled with warm water and soap. Now in this one I unfortunately put too much soap, but it'll be okay. We can always just rinse off her face with normal water and then dry it. But I would recommend a little less soap than how much I put, for sure, because I just created an extra step. And then you will also be needing a washcloth. So this is the one I have. With the washcloth, what you want to do is you want to have one side that's wet and then one side that's dry, so that you don't need like so many different washcloths for each purpose, which I would probably recommend. So we have that. And then for powdering later on, you will be needing some sort of like makeup brush. So we have this one, and it could be like the blush brushes or anything you want, but even this one will work just fine. And then you'll also be needing some baby powder. I have some inside of this little airtight container, so that'll work just fine as well. Now we're going to be moving on to cleaning their face. So what you want to do is you want to get a washcloth, and you're just going to put your finger like this so that it covers your finger, and it'll be easy to dip your finger inside of the water. So I have the water right here. We're just going to go ahead and dip some water onto the washcloth, and then you're just going to get the doll over to you, and you want to start washing or wiping their face down with that water, and it'll just kind of slowly but surely clean them off, which is great. I don't know what I just did. I flicked her eyes and then just stuck again. There we go, I fixed it. Okay, so yeah, and then you'll begin to notice that your washcloth is starting to get a little bit dirty due to all the dust that's piled up on these soft face dolls, because unfortunately their face does attract a lot of dust, so they are very easy to get dirty, unfortunately, but that's okay. So that's how I like to clean up these soft face dolls. And you always want to never forget the neck, and they're like the back of their neck as well, and their ears as well. Just not only the face, but you also want to do those extra places as well, just to get them to be extra clean. Because if you wipe down their face with Lysol, it's not always going to do the best. You do have to give them a little bit more cleaning. So yeah, you just want to like follow the steps that I did in order to make sure that your doll is clean. So I decided that off camera I'll just kind of be cleaning her face a little bit more, just so I could put her under the light and put her on my lap and actually see what I'm cleaning, because doing it from the camera is a little bit more difficult. But once you kind of finish just like wiping your doll down and making sure that there's no more dust or like little tiny hairs left on the doll, that is perfect. So she's so much better now. She's so much more cleaner thanks to the little washcloth hack. So now we're going to be getting ready to powder her, which is really exciting. So as I mentioned earlier, all you will be needing to powder your doll is a makeup brush. It doesn't have to be small or big, it can be any. I just have this one. And then we have some baby powder. So we're going to go ahead and open up the baby powder. Just have to be careful, because if you blow on it or do anything, it will instantly just go everywhere. Perfect. So I got the baby powder, it's right here. we're gonna go ahead and dip the makeup brush into the baby powder. And you're just gonna go ahead and start applying the baby powder onto the doll. You just kind of want to do it away from her eyes, but if it does get into her eyes, it's fine. You could just blow it off. But as much as possible, you want to avoid her eyes. And I'm just starting to go all over her. You never want to forget her neck or her ears, because those are also made of the same material. So you always want to try and remember that. Get some, I'll just like wipe it off, or I can blow on it so that it doesn't go anywhere. And then you'll start to notice like the powder is kind of working. You don't want to make sure that the doll's face has like too much powder on one side, so you kind of just want to blend it everywhere, just so that the powder is not in one area. So I'm just going to keep on doing this, and once the doll has been powdered, I will show you guys her. So something that I wanted to do was to tint her lips. Now obviously you do not have to do this at all, it's more of like an optional step, but I would recommend it just so that your doll's lips will be a little bit more visible. But this is the lipstick that I'm going to be using. This is the Essence lipstick. It's matte and it's shade 15 Charming. It obviously doesn't have to be the same shade as this, but this is the one that I always use for my dolls, and it's really good. And then something that you can also get is a Q-tip, just so that you don't actually directly put the lipstick on your doll's lips, because that will be too much. So I just like to get a little bit on the Q-tip and just smear it, and about that much is good, but if you want you could always get a little bit more. Now what I do is I bring the doll a little bit close to me, and then I just begin tinting her lips, and as you can see there is a little bit of color on her lips. So now her lips will be a little bit more tinted and they'll look a little bit nicer for sure. I recommend not making the doll's lips too dark, just because it won't look that good if it's going to be too dark. It'll look more natural if your doll has lighter lips, and it can also depend on your doll's complexion. So like if she's brunette, then maybe a little bit darker than this, and if she's African American, then I would probably say a little bit more darker, or even like a different shade as well would look really good. But that is kind of what it looks like. It is a little bit dark, so I just need to keep on blending it together, but then after that it should look totally fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep blending this, and I'll get back to you guys once it's all done. Okay, so here is the baby. I finished tinting her lips, and she does look a lot better because now she actually looks like that she has lips, because they're not like the same exact color as her skin tone like it was before. I'm just gonna bring her a little bit closer up so you guys can see. And she does have quite a little lighter shade that kind of does match with her complexion, so it does look like it's her natural lips, which is really great. So I have actually let her hair dry a little bit. It's a lot more drier now than it was before, because while I was powdering her, my phone died, unfortunately. So while my phone was just charging and I finished like powdering her, her hair ended up drying by itself, which is honestly great. So we can also get right away styling with her hair. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to bring her bangs forward like how she originally has them, and then I'll probably tie up her hair into two little pigtails, like how she is also originally in the box. And maybe in the end I'll find like a little headband that might match her, and then she'll basically be all ready, which is really exciting. So I think first of all I'm probably going to change her outfit into something really cute, and I'm also going to be putting a diaper on her. So I just have a Huggies newborn diaper. This is the one I'm going to put her in, and also the one she might be sent home in as well. And as for her outfit, this is actually the onesie she came here in. This is the one she was wearing originally. It's just a Gerber onesie. It's super cute. It just says sweet on it with a little butterfly. And this one is a little bit big for her, but a trick with onesies that are big for your dolls is that you can tie them from the back so that it looks like it fits them more. So that's probably what I'm gonna do if it's a little too big on her. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and put a diaper on her because she really does need one. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you guys. Ignore like the background. I know there's like a lot of stuff all around. There's batteries and bowls and stuff. But yeah. So I'm just opening up the diaper right now, and we are gonna go ahead and slide it right under her. Sorry if you guys can't see that clearly, it's a little bit hard to get it into the perfect angle. And then here is a strap. We're just gonna go ahead and strap this diaper onto her. Oops. And there we go. The diaper is now secured on her. So that is what she looks like. And then we are going to go ahead and put the onesie on her. This onesie is so cute, you guys. I am literally in love with it. It has 2 buttons that I just snapped, so I can put it on her. And we're going to go ahead and put this through both of our armholes, of course. And there we go. Let's go ahead and button down her little bottoms. Oops. Just gonna bring that up real quick. And there's only 2 buttons, like I said, so it's a lot more easier to put it on her. Perfect. And now let's make her sit down. So this is what she looks like. She is so cute, you guys. I am in love with her. She is so pretty. So that is what she looks like. I might end up like tying it from the back because it is a little too big, but for now I kind of just want to focus on her hair. So I'm going to be getting a comb and a couple hair ties just so that we can tie up her hair. Okay, so I've gotten a comb, which will be perfect for brushing out her bangs. So this line right over here of hair is usually the doll's bangs. So what you want to do is you want to separate the ones at the back and bring the ones in the forward like that. Now I think her hair has been cut a little bit because these bangs, these 3 bangs of strands have been a little bit shorter. So I can tell her hair has been a little bit cut, which is unfortunate because her eyelashes are also cut up, so that really does suck, but it's okay. It's not even that much, so it's not too noticeable, which is good. And we're just gonna bring these ones back and then these ones forward like that. And now when you're combing your doll's hair from the back, you want to be really gentle because since they have a silicone head, it's very easy for their scalps to rip. Because I have had that experience. I was a little too rough while I was combing one of my doll's hairs, and then it just kind of ripped, so it really sucks. But if you're gentle enough, then that should not happen. So yeah. And then these ones, I'm gonna try bringing them. Yeah, I mean, her hair does look a little bit more fuller if you do that. So I think I might bring the second one down as well, just because I think it looks a lot more nicer. So once I'm done like kind of bringing her bangs forward, I will get back to you guys. So I bought these first two strands of hair to the front to be her bangs. So she does look a lot cuter now, as you guys can see. She looks so much cuter now that her hair is getting styled. So this part is totally optional. If you have a headband, then I would probably recommend doing it. If you don't have any doll headbands, do not worry at all. I just like doing this to make my dolls kind of look a lot more cuter because it really goes with their outfits as well. But I have this little hair bow and it has a little bow on it. This might be the bow that I send her home in, but if I decide to change her outfit, then I will probably change the color of the bow. But this is what it looks like. It's so cute, you guys. I'm literally in love with it, and it makes her look so much better. I just love how bows look on these dolls. And then I'll bring these two strands that are hiding down as well. Alright, so I just kind of adjusted her hair a little bit, and I'm satisfied with the way her bangs look now. So if you look closely onto your doll's hair, they will have two sides of pigtails where the doll used to have their pigtails. So in this case, one is right here and the other one is right here. So what I'm going to be doing is I have two little elastics. I have one that's purple and I have one that's yellow. And I'm going to be using both for one side. So I have 4 in total. Now I'm going to be grabbing one little section of her hair, and that is where I'm going to be making her pigtails. I'm just looking for hair that I can collect to do her hair. And once you get all the hair together, you can get ready to tie it up. So I'm going to be getting a purple one, just like that. So one side of her pigtail is done, and then I'm going to do the other side, and then after that I'll do the yellow elastic as well. So in this case we have the pigtail, the old pigtail right over here. So I'm just going to collect all of the hair that we're going to use, and we're going to go ahead and tie up her hair with the purple elastic once again. So let's go ahead and do that. And as you guys can see, this is what the doll looks like with both of the pigtails. She looks so cute, you guys, so much better than before. As you can see, so much better. Her hair is a little bit like there's strands everywhere, but that'll eventually probably fix on its own once the hair dries. But I'll probably like comb down her hair once again just in case. So now what I like to do usually when I do pigtails on my dolls, I like to get one more elastic, usually the color that matches their bracelet, and I like to put it just on top. The My Baby All Gone had this style, so I was just like kind of inspired by it, because they have one pink and then one yellow right under it, which I thought was really cute. So that's what I do, and then it kind of just looks like that. I'm going to fix that one in just a second. And let's move on to the other one and do the exact same thing for that as well. And there we go. That is what her hair looks like. Like I said, so much better than before, but I think I'm going to just comb it down just so that looks even better. So this is the end results of the doll. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. And in the comments, let me know what is your favorite part about restoring a Baby Alive doll. Mine would probably be more related towards the hair. I really like doing Baby Alive hair. It's so much fun, and you really get to see the progress and the potential behind when you first see the doll. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have an amazing day. Bye!